arriving from Walt Disney's Magic Kingdom. Passengers will stand by for more.
Staying with us, we'll be on our way back and we just
Good morning everyone and welcome aboard the Disneyland Railroad. This is the holiday port train. For everyone's safety, please remain seated and please have hands, arms, feet and legs inside the train at all times. Please supervise your children and make sure that all little ones under 7 are seated on someone's lap or behind the bench away from the big large openings for their safety. Our next stop is New Orleans Square.
Welcome aboard the Disneyland Railroad. We're embarking on a grand circle tour of the Magic Kingdom. We'll be stopping at New Orleans Square, Mickey's Toon Town, and Tomorrowland. We'll also visit the Grand Canyon and make a trip back in time to the Primeval World and the age of the dinosaurs before returning to Main Street Station. As we begin our journey, remember that for a safe trip, you need to stay seated, keeping your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the train. And please watch your children.
Bienvenidos a bordo del Disneyland Railroad. Para su seguridad, permanezca sentado y mantenga las manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del tren y cuide a los pequeños. Gracias.
Our first stop is New Orleans Square Station. But to get there, we need to pass through the wilds of Adventureland. It may seem peaceful through here, but trust me, it's a real jungle out there. Literally. So be on the lookout. You just never know what might be lurking along the rails.
Alright everybody, we're now going to be approaching New Orleans Square Station. This is going to be the area for Tiana's Bayou Adventure, The Adventures of Winnie the Pooh, Indiana Jones, World Famous Jungle Cruise, Pirates of the Caribbean, Place on the Mountain, Haunted Mansion, and much more. Also, this is your closest stop to Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. Please remain seated until the train comes into a full and complete stop in the station. Thank you.
New Orleans Square.
Good morning everyone, thank you so much for your patience. We're ready to depart. Please remain seated and please have all hands, arms, feet and legs inside the train at all times. Please supervise your children. Make sure little ones under 7 are seated on someone's lap or just behind the bench away from the big large openings in the middle for safety. Our next stop is Mickey's Toon Town Depot.
To those just joining us, welcome aboard the Disneyland Railroad. To ensure a safe ride, stay seated with your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the train. And please watch your kids.
Para su seguridad, permanezca sentado y mantenga las manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del tren y cuide a los pequeños. Gracias.
We're now entering the Bayou, home to Tiana's Bayou Adventure. Take a sneak peek at the big party Princess Tiana is throwing, where the welcome is warm, the music is hot, and the company is sweet as honey. And when it comes to sweetness, the inhabitants of the land we're passing over are the bee's knees. Here in Bayou Country, you can join Winnie the Pooh, Tigger, Louis the Alligator, and other beloved critters on their fun-filled adventures. As we steam past Hungry Bear Barbecue Jamboree, we're now joining up with the rivers of America and entering the frontier as it looked more than a century and a half ago. This is my favorite part of the journey. Around every bend, there's natural beauty as far as the eye can see. There is the revered Indian shaman, sharing his stories with those in the great river valley below. People like you have been riding these rails since the 1800s, traveling through nature's wonderland in a matter of days, rather than the months it used to take by mule or stagecoach. Steam power not only fueled these iron horses, but the dreams of a whole new generation as it moved west into this great frontier. Of course, some of those dreams, and the stories that went with them, were pretty darn wild and downright unbelievable, like on Big Thunder Mountain, where I hear that mysterious spirits have grabbed hold of those mining trains and turned them into the wildest ride in the wilderness.
Alright everybody, we're now going to be approaching Mickey's Toon Town Depot. This is the area for Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, the Roger Rabbit Cartoon Spin, Chip and Dale Gadget Coaster, Alice in Wonderland, Peter Pan's Flight, Temple of Flying Elephant, Night on the Bobsled, and much more. Please remain seated till the train comes into a full and complete stop.
This tunnel signals our transition from the frontier to another kind of ear, the ones you'll find on Mickey and Minnie Mouse. Our next stop is Toon Town Depot, official train station for Mickey's Toon Town, a cartoon home where Mickey, Minnie, and all their friends live. Toon Town Depot is also the gateway to Fantasyland, where you'll find many of your favorite Disney animated characters and stories. If you're leaving us here, please wait until the train comes to a full stop. Remember your personal belongings, then step carefully from the train. Have fun, and say hi to Mickey and Minnie for me. Those of you continuing on with us, we'll be resuming our trip in just a moment. This is Toon Town Depot, Mickey's Toon Town.
Remain seated, the train has stopped. Okay, watch your step. Alright everybody, thank you so much for your patience. We're ready to go. Once again everyone, please make sure everyone is seated and please have hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the train at all times. Please supervise your children. Make sure the little ones under 7 are seated on someone's lap or behind the bench away from the big large openings. Our next stop once again is Tomorrowland. Don't worry, we're gonna get there today.
Hello everyone! Thanks for joining us on the Disneyland Railroad. For a safe ride, remember to stay seated with your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the train. And please watch your kids.
¿Qué tal amigos y bienvenidos a bordo? Para su seguridad, Permanezca sentado y mantenga las manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del tren. Y cuide a los pequeños. Gracias.
As we leave Toon Town Depot, we get a real nice view of the happiest land of them all, Fantasyland. You can see people stepping onto It's a Small World just below us. And, off in the distance, majestic Matterhorn Mountain.
It's just construction, folks. There's nothing new going on behind these walls, so please don't try to stand up.
We're now steaming forward into the future, to a land inspired by visions of tomorrow, both practical and imagined. Here you'll find rocket ships and star speeders, submarines and astroblasters, and, if you look overhead, maybe a glimpse of a Mark 7 monorail. This is the latest version of the first daily operating monorail system in the entire Western Hemisphere, gliding above Disneyland since 1959. Below the monorail, and us, are the fun-filled roadways of the Autopia. Drivers of all ages can get behind the wheel of these cars. No experience or license required. If you're into soaring spaceships, or doing battle with evil empires and emperors, Tomorrowland is definitely the place for you. Speaking of which, we're pulling into Tomorrowland Station right now. If you're leaving us here, just stay seated until we come to a full stop.
Alright, everybody, we're now arriving at Tomorrowland. Please remain seated till the train comes into a full and complete stop. This is the area for the Disney Monorail, Autopia, Space Mountain, Star Tours The Adventure Continues, Finding Nemo Submarine Voyage, Buzz Lightyear's Astro Blasters, and the Astro Orbiter. Welcome everyone to the future. Watch your step. For anybody that just joined us, good morning and welcome aboard the Disneyland Railroad. This is the holiday food train. For everyone's safety, please stay seated and please have hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the train at all times. Please supervise your children and please make sure little ones under 7 are seated on someone's lap or behind the bench away from the big large openings for safety. Our next stop is back to Main Street, USA. And before we do enter Main Street, we'll take a detour to the Grand Canyon and the Primeval World. You are able to take pictures and videos as you like, but for the courtesy of those around you, please don't use flash photography, no video lighting, no light up toys or light up ears. Please turn off all lights in the tunnel. Thank you.
To those who have just come aboard, welcome. The next leg of our journey will take us from the fantastic world of the future to the breathtaking beauty of nature's own design, the Grand Canyon. For your safety, stay seated with your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the train. Watch your children and no flash photography.
Para su seguridad, permanezca sentado y mantenga las manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del tren y cuide a los pequeños. Por favor, no tome fotografías con flash.
Grand Canyon as we know it today. But it wasn't always this way. Now, let's travel back in time, way back in time, to the fantastic past of the Primeval World, land of the dinosaurs.
At Main Street, please remain seated till the train comes into a full and complete stop. This is the area of Walt Disney California Adventure, the downtown Disney district, the trams to go to Mickey and Friends parking structure, Disney hotels, and much more. This is a stairs only, everyone. If anyone has a stroller or wheelchair, we have no ramps and no elevators. It is stairs only. Thank you everyone for choosing the Disneyland Railroad.
We'll be on our way again in just a few minutes. This is Main Street Station, Main Street, USA.
Your attention, please.